There's only really three methods that I still see working to generate quality clients for your online course or online coaching business through Facebook. So if you want to learn what those are, save yourself some wasted time doing things that aren't really going to get you a good ROI in your effort, then this video is going to be very, very helpful for you. So I'm just going to dive straight into it. I don't like to beat around the bush. Let's just go into method number one. I'm also going to cover some things that perhaps you didn't realize have come to an end, so stick around for that as well. So the first sort of method you can use is your profile. What's a profile? You know, when you create a Facebook account, you have your name, you can post pictures, that's your profile, right? You set that up, I'm sure you know what that is. Now, a lot of times people have a challenge building their business through Facebook profile because they say, Richard, like I have a bunch of people from my target audience who would potentially be interested in business posts, but I also have a bunch of like non-businessy people, like friends, family, acquaintances, work colleagues. I don't want those people to kind of see that content, but I want these people. How do I do that, right? It's kind of a conflict. What you don't realize is there's a very simple fix to that, and I've got it for you. It's very useful. And that is that you can create different lists of who sees your posts. I didn't realize this until I picked it up a couple of years ago. Works really well. So you know, like when you create a post on Facebook, you have the option of saying it's public or friends, or if you tag someone, it'll say friends and friends of who's tagged. Those kind of options. You can actually, when you first open up Facebook, if you look down the main, it's better on a desktop, I think it's easier to do. If you open it up on your laptop or your desktop, go down the left-hand side and it will say lists. You can create a list and put whoever you want on that list. So what I did, here's the way you can use it in the way that I first started using it a few years back, was I created a non-entrepreneur list. That's what I called it, non-entrepreneurs. So you can create a list, and on that list, you can put all the people that you don't want to see your business posts. So there may be 50, 100, 150 people. It may take you 20 or 30 minutes to do this one time, but then it's done. Now what you can then do is, when you post something about your business on your profile, something that is trying to build your brand or gain leads or whatever it may be, you're able to say, post to public except non-entrepreneur friends. So that means everybody can see your post, but the sort of the non-businessy friends, they're not going to see it. So think about how relieving that is for I know for definitely perhaps for you and for a lot of people you know, they face this struggle of how do I post business stuff and not kind of like get annoying to my friends and family? Well, there's the solution for you. That's a really useful thing to do. Now, once you've got that list set up, you've got a bit more freedom now to be able to post on your profile content which will kind of bring clients to you. And here's what I recommend that you cycle around in order to get the best chance of getting people reaching out to you and saying, hey, I'm interested in becoming a client. I would recommend that you mix in personal, results, clients, and then we can do promo. So personal, pick a few subjects, a few topics, a few areas of your life that mean something to you. You may play a certain sport, passionate about movies, Family Guy or girl, like whatever, right? You've got some hobbies, some interests, some things you're passionate about. Post about those, okay? Start to make sure that you're letting people get to know you as a real person. Because this stuff is okay, what I'm going to come to in a second, but if someone feels you're just going to pitch them and be aggressive or salesy, then they won't reach out to you to become a client. They're going to take a look at your profile and your posts and go, do I feel this person will treat me as a human? Do they seem like a real person who I can have a real conversation with and I can trust their advice? And what they're going to come across that opinion from is that was terrible English, wasn't it? How they're going to form that opinion, I'm English, I should know English better, right? Is they're going to look at your profile and look at your posts and see how they feel about all of that. And if it's business, they go, oh, this person's going to be a nightmare. It's too pressury. So make sure you're mixing in some of your personal kind of passions. Hey, had a great day at the park today, been on vacation, grateful for this moment with my family, just finished a great match playing whatever sport, like let people see the personality. Also, that gives them another way to relate to you. Hey, you like football? I like football too. Now it's easier to start, like think of a barbecue, right? Someone does something that you do and they're passionate about it, you can pick up a conversation immediately. We want that same rapport with our clients, which is why we post things about personal. Post your own results. Maybe you're using a particular method in your business that's enabled you to make extra sales or raise your prices or automate your lead generation, right? So you could post, hey, really cool that I don't have to work this weekend, like the business is growing through whatever, right? Whatever you've done. You're letting people know about the benefit of what your business provides in your own life. It's like when someone is a personal trainer. One of the first things they may do before they try and coach that or create a course on personal training is, I went from this to this, I'd love to give you the same program, right? They show their own results. So grateful or really happy to fit in these jeans, I haven't fit in them for years. They're subconsciously talking about their own results and gets curiosity like, well, how did you fit in those jeans, right? You can do the same type of thing with your own results to raise engagement and curiosity about what it is, the service and product you provide. Then we want to look, this is a big one, we want to look at clients' results, right? Give shout outs to other people. Congratulations to my client, John, who's been able to do X, Y, Z in his business or X, Y, Z in his life because of what his business has done or because of the service we provide or the course of mine that he's been through, right? Let people know that you're not some kind of special circumstance. The techniques that you teach, the business and courses that you provide, that's what the magic is, right? Let them know that by proving that with other clients' results. And if you haven't got them, I'd recommend getting 5 or 10 people in for free and getting them results and using those testimonials. It'll be a good use of your time. And then finally, you can do promos. Probably once a month max, you're able to run something a bit more direct in terms of promotional. Like, hey, a lot of you have been seeing my posts recently about the improvements I've been making in my coaching or course business. If you'd like some information, comment on this post. Or a lot of you, I put it all in a PDF, so comment below and I'll send you the PDF. Something that directly lets people know a little bit more about what you do and can get you some other sales calls in the diary, some people into your funnel, or just some messenger conversations of potential clients, okay? That's what I would do with my profile. Now, you can, like I said, you can go and post in other groups. If somebody likes or comments on it, you can then message that person, add them as a friend. I don't know, there's better methods I'm going to teach you. I just don't like the feeling of going into someone else's hard work and poaching. It just doesn't feel good, So let me teach you some better ways that you can do. The second one, this is probably my favorite, is your own group. Listen, you're an online coach or an online course provider. You're supposed to be the leader in your business. You're the one steering the ship. So what you should be doing is building your own community. It just makes sense for you to do that, right? Have your own community. It's so different trying to go to somebody and interrupt their day and say, hey, I'm trying to pitch you, as opposed to them coming to you and saying, hey, I'm coming to you for help. I'm interested in becoming your client. It's a different energy. Do you feel that, right? They've come to you. It's so much easier and much higher conversions. Now, with your own group, what I recommend is focusing your group around your particular target market. Don't be a generalist. They always get paid less than specialists. Don't throw your hat into the arena of competing with everybody. You want to compete on a much more level playing field. So even as a beginner, if you can be more specific with the people that you are trying to coach or sell to, and you can be more specific not only with the group, but that particular solution you provide, you can compete with much bigger, more successful players because their broad approach causes a little bit of mistrust. This is the way that I was taught this, right? Imagine this, Richard, someone said to me. Said, imagine that you moved us into a really posh, like stately home. It's got these beautiful antique doors in the property and they've been glossed and glossed and glossed over the years. And there's a technique that you know about called door dipping. This is where a company uses a particular type of mix of chemicals, and if they mix the chemicals correctly, they can dip the door and it will only remove the excess paint. It will take it back to the original wood, no damage on the wood, no paint left on the door, back to their original glory. So you see 2 adverts. One advert says, we dip any kind of doors, take off multiple layers of paint, all layers of paint, whatever you want us to do. The second advert says, we specialize in hand dipping antique doors from stately homes. Who are you going to go to? He said, the second one, right? I said, yes. He said, why? I said, because they're exactly what I'm looking for. He said, exactly. And that's what you've got to be when it comes to a target market. You've got to say, these are my people, and this is what I'm going to specifically help these people with. And if you do that, and start to create a community around that, you'll start to become the go-to person for that audience for that problem or that solution. So for example, I specialize in using YouTube and Facebook groups. YouTube to create quality leads, Facebook groups to convert those quality leads. I do that for course creators and online coaches. So I'm quickly becoming the go-to person for those particular aspects of somebody's business. They want more traffic that converts. They want to convert that to actual sales and signups and clients. Okay, if I'm an online course creator or coach and I want to use those methods, I'll go to Richard. What would people say I'll go to you for? What would they say? And if you're not sure, that's a problem. So you can create a target market Facebook group. YouTube marketing for online course creators. Done for you Facebook ads for online personal trainers. You can fill in those blanks, right, and create this community. Inside of that group, you want to use the questions to pre-qualify the people that are coming into it. Also want to post valuable content that speaks about their problems, provides solutions to those problems, maybe 1 or 2 times per week. And I recommend that on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, you go live in the group, do Q&A, let people see your face, engage with them and showcase your skills. If you do that, there's a few other tricks that I could teach you that we can do at another time, you'll go a long way to safeguarding kind of your growth on Facebook. Because Facebook loves groups right now. It's pushing people to groups. It may monetize it at some point, but you're building a community. And if you set up like a group funnel like I have and teach my clients, you'll have their email address and a point of contact anyway. So you're really, really useful to use your own group, your own community. You then don't have to go dipping into anybody else's communities, right? You've got your own handmade one there. The final method which leads into this is Facebook ads. I love Facebook ads. They don't always love business owners, but if you know what you're doing, you can love them and they can love you too. Now, what I recommend with Facebook ads is you probably noticed that they've got very, very sketchy and inconsistent on what they'll approve and what they won't approve. What I'm seeing as the best use of Facebook ads right now is 2 methods, okay? Number 1 is using a Facebook group ad. And number 2 is retargeting. Sending Facebook ads to funnels, like funnels that are trying to get person on a webinar or sell something, that is proven tricky at the moment and has been for about a year or 2 now. So I don't see any end to that. You're making claims about results, talking about like anything to do with money. There's lots and lots and lots of things. They keep changing terminologies that can get your account banned. What I'm seeing that is, and they may change this, but what is safe right now is driving Facebook ads to build your Facebook group. And you may say, well, Richard, isn't that a bit of a waste? I want actual clients. I want actual sales. Listen, if you're using your group correctly with the setup questions and engaging with those people, I make tons of sales through a Facebook group and so do my clients. So what you've got here is this has become like the new funnel for Facebook. Instead of having to send people to an external funnel that then drives them through a video page and a booking page and all the rest of it, we're seeing a much higher ROI in conversions and getting clients just using a group to replace that conversion mechanism. So sending ads to a Facebook group, you're actually creating quality engaged leads that are actually going to see your content. You can start a personal conversation with, and you can very quickly move them to a call or a funnel or whatever it is you may be after they've joined the group. So those are working really well. And then retargeting. People who've seen your offer, people who've maybe thought about it, they visited a certain page of your website, you're able to kind of send them a message and say, hey, notice you were checking out this offer, special offer on, or it's closing down, you may want to take another look. Because we don't have to say much in that ad, they tend to get approved easier than sort of going to funnels and things like that. So that's what I would teach you to do. If I were to bring all these things together, what I would say is you want a Facebook ad pointing to your own group. Your group converts to clients. And the people that considered joining the group but didn't, we retarget them, put RT for retarget. Now underpinning that, you're posting on your profile a mixture of the content that I mentioned so that when people are seeing your ads or in your group, if they go and check you out, they go and say, well, what's this person about? Is this person legit? They're going to be happy with what they see on your profile. And if you run those promos on that profile, you may pick up some extra clients as well. That's what I do. I don't really post much on my profile anymore. I've got this kind of locked down. It's been a couple of months or so since I posted. Even just this top bit here works really, really well. Like I say, I built 6-figure businesses using this, coupling it to YouTube, in online coaching, online courses, network marketing, affiliate marketing. I even had an agency for a little while that drove me insane, but I still built 6-figure business in there as well, using this as a large segment of that. So hopefully that was helpful. Was that useful? Did it make sense? Is there one of these methods more than the other that you would like? If you would like more kind of help from me, if you're an online course or a coach, I got nothing to sell you in this video, but what I would love to do is be able to teach you more of this type of information and bonus resources. You can find that in my own Facebook group, which is, there's a link in the description area, so you're able to go there and just click it direct. Or I've created like a pretty domain for it, which is www.ringthebellgroup.com. Why ring the bell? If you're a coach and a course creator, you'll know we ding ring the bell every time I make a sale. That group, my group, is specifically around helping you as an online course creator or coach be able to make automated sales on a regular basis in your business, so you can ring the bell every single day, which is the name of that group. So again, the link's in the description area. If you click the little arrow, it'll open up the text and you'll see it there in blue to be able to click it, or you can type it in, ringthebellgroup.com. That's it. Like I said, I got nothing to sell. I just wanted to teach you this because I see a lot of people out there trying to build their coaching businesses and courses through methods that are never going to work, or they're going to get them in trouble, or it's just sketchy and doesn't feel good to them. You've now got these methods, these 3 methods that you can use, combine them together for the ultimate power. And if you would like more, like I said, resources from me, I do live coaching, giveaways, bonus trainings, all sorts of stuff in that group, which I gave you the information for. As I always say, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you got some value, I'd love for you to like the video, give me a comment so I know to do more of this content, and have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. Bye for now.